What's up, OTA Nation? Justin here from OneTigris Airgunner. Today we're going to check out the Vector Optics Constantine 1:8 by 24 LPVO. Stay tuned. Eight power. Four power. One power. Alright, so this is with the magnification all the way down to 1 power. Let's just look around a little bit. That tree is about 55 yards away. Fence line is 60, 62. Alright, let's mess with the magnification. Let's turn it up. They call this reticle the Rapid Acquisition Reticle, RAR. And you can see when you're out, it has that outer reticle ring, kind of, to help you, if you're zoomed out real quick and you need to get on target quickly, it'll help you center up on the target, even when you're zoomed out. And because it's first focal plane, the center of the target or the reticle gets smaller as you zoom out. And when you zoom in, it gets bigger, so that outside acquisition ring definitely helps. Alright, so that's 4 power. Looking at that fence line. You can see those targets, steel targets way out there. That's about 170 yards, those are. And that is 8 power, fully zoomed in. I think that's about an 8-inch gong right there. Fence line. Alright, so here's some of the different illumination levels We are at about 3 power on the magnification, so that's with the illumination off. It has 11 levels of illumination. That's level 1. Can't really see anything, maybe in pure darkness. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There, I can start to see it now with my human eye. 10, definitely can see it, and that's 11. Now the target is in the shade. Let's see if we can move it over to something in the sun. So there's that field out there in the sun. Alright, so this is through the Vector Optics Constantine 1:8 LPVO. The parallax is fixed at 100 yards, and I'm looking at a target at 25 yards, full magnification, and I want to show you guys the reticle shift that you see. Let me try and get centered here. So if I move up and down just slightly, so that's simulating your head moving up and down a little bit. You can see that, you know, the point of impact's on the box. Right there, it's not on the box. I'll move left and right. You can see the point of impact also moves left and right. As long as you center yourself up on the rifle, on the gun, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. You can definitely see scope shadow on the bottom, tops, when you're not centered. So as long as, you know, you got a bright full image all the way around, then you should be centered up. Alright, so let's see if the different magnification levels will change the point of impact. It shouldn't, because it's a first focal plane scope, but let's just put it to the test and see. Now I'm looking at the camera, and the reticle is kind of hard to see. It's a little faint, but that's just the camera. Definitely visible with the human eye. Alright, so let's try for the top bullseye. Alright, here we go. Top bullseye. Okay, now we're going to back it down. That's 8 power. We're going to back it down to 4 power. Try again. So that's 4 power. Let's try the bottom target, or I'm sorry, middle target. So you can see on that first one it hit, you know, pretty close to the bullseye. Cool, right on the bullseye again. Alright, now we're going to back it down to 1 power. What they say is 1 power, but I feel it's more like a, maybe like a negative, or like a 0.8 power. And that is really hard to see at 25 yards. I'm going to turn on the illumination. I hope that's centered on the target. Can't really tell. Going for a bottom target now. That's hard. That's hard to get a good shot. So let's just zoom in and see where it hit then. Yeah, that, I would blame that on me. I mean, you can see it's still in line with the center of the bullseye. That one is bullseye, bullseye. I'd say that it still had the same point of impact at different magnifications. This one, like I said, it's just me backed all the way down. It's kind of hard to get it centered on that target. Alright, so let's do the tracking test on the Vector Optics Constantine 1:8 by 24 LPVO first focal plane. Right there, that's as close as I can get to that 0. Looks pretty good, pretty spot on. And here we go. First, let's go. So this is in 1/10 mil increments on the turrets. So 1 mil at 100 yards is 3.6 inches. So we're at 50 yards, so we need to go 2 mil. So let's go up 2 mil. And here we go. This should be the correct direction. So that's 10. That should be 20. The markings right here is really small. It's kind of hard to get lined up. You can see little notch here, and then you're somehow supposed to line up with that dot. You know, there's no connecting line. A little hard to make sure that you're perfectly lined up. Like up here, I don't know, it could be either there or there, I'm not sure. And we'll just go with that one, I guess. I don't know. That's 20 though. I guess I should have counted the clicks. And let's go now to the right 20. Wrong way. Okay, here we go. There, that's 20. I counted 20 clicks. Now let's go down 40. $10, $20, $30, $40. Just a tiny bit off. Now again, these squares are not exactly 3.6 inch squares, as close as I can get on my printer. But that's still pretty decent tracking. Now let's go left 40. $10, $10, so that's 20, $30, $40. Good. Okay, now we're going to go up 20. $10, $10, $20, $30, $40. Good. Back to the right 20. Wrong way. Here we go. 10, 20. Good. Right on line, and we'll go back down 20, and it should take us back to our 0. $10, $20. Good. Here's where I was talking about. So this is just a close-up view of what I was talking about, how the markings right here, it's kind of hard to get them lined up with this little tiny dot. I would have liked to seen a line and maybe a line match up, but I guess that's just part of the feature where the turrets are capped and not exposed. But I would have liked to see, I don't know if they can make some type of markings on the outside here. It would be easier to line up, because I can't really tell if that's 0. Depends on the angle that you look at it, you know. That could be 0. That could be 0, not sure. Same thing there. There's the little dot that you're supposed to reference to be able to line up with that 0. Alright, so my final thoughts on the Vector Optics Constantine 1:8x24 LPVO. The glass is clean. I do like that rapid acquisition ring, especially, you know, back down maybe to like a 2 or 3 power. You get that wide field of view and that outer ring. And, you know, for me, I'm going to be using my Notos for squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, small game hunting. You know, if I spot a squirrel real quick, easily that ring is going to help me to center up on that squirrel. And, you know, when you're backed out on the lower powers, that inner reticle is kind of hard to see. But since you got that outer ring, then it makes it really easy to center up, almost like a red dot. And then to be able to zoom in all the way to 8 power, that really helps to stretch out, you know, the distances that you'd be able to comfortably shoot and get, you know, spot on your target, squirrel-sized target, something like that. Now, the things that I don't like we already talked about, these turrets. I wish they would have made them exposed turrets, you know, just pull up, twist, push down, lock. I think that's a little more tactical, easier to make quick adjustments. The LPVOs are tactical to begin with, so I think it should have been exposed turrets. And also if they could have made a line or something connecting, because it's kind of hard to tell when I'm at that 0. Also, I noticed when the illumination is on the brightest setting, it's a little fuzzy, the reticle where it lights up. It's not a crisp lit up reticle. I don't know if the camera was able to pick that up, but that's just something that I could see from my eye. All in all though, pretty decent scope. Vector Optics, thank you for sending out the scope. I appreciate it. If you guys choose to buy any of the Vector Optics products, make sure to use my discount code OTA10. It definitely helps to support the channel. As well as if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I'm almost to the 1,000 subscriber mark as of today, the making of this video, and it's real exciting. I got some big news, pretty big sponsor hopefully lined up. Just got to work out, you know, the little agreements, but should have a lot of good content coming out in the near future. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the new content coming out. Anyways, Justin from On Target Airgunner, thank you for watching. Let's shoot some more.